Have you ever looked at your dog, really looked at them, and felt like they were waiting for something? Not a treat, not a walk, not even food, just you, not the distracted you scrolling on your phone, not the rushed you running out the door, but the real you. Here's the truth most dog owners never hear. Your dog doesn't measure love in toys, beds, or expensive food. They measure love in moments, quiet moments, tiny moments. Moments so small, most humans miss them completely. And that's heartbreaking, and because dogs spend their entire lives hoping for just a few specific things from us. Things they can't ask for, things they only show through silence. Today I'm going to share 10 simple acts of love your dog is silently hoping you'll give them. And please hear this. Number 4 changes everything. It's the reason some dogs feel deeply fulfilled and others slowly shut down even in loving homes. If you love your dog like family, stay with me until the end. And when this video touches your heart, because it will, tap like, subscribe to Loyal Dog Lover, and share this with someone who loves their dog as much as you do. Let's begin. Act 1. The look that changes everything. The first thing your dog is quietly begging for seems almost too simple. Your gaze? Not a quick glance, not a distracted look while checking notifications, a real one. In the dog world, eye contact isn't just vision, it's connection. When you look at your dog with calm, genuine love, something incredible happens inside both of you. Your bodies release oxytocin, the same hormone that bonds mothers to their babies. That's not poetic, that's biology. But here's what most owners don't realize. A rushed look, a hollow stare, a glance without presence can actually make your dog feel invisible, even when you're sitting right beside them. Dogs are masters at reading faces. They notice tension in your eyes. They notice when your attention isn't really there. So try this today. Just pause. Put the phone down, lower yourself to their level, look into their eyes, softly, relax your face, let your expression say, I see you. Watch what happens. Their ears relax, their breathing slows, their body leans closer. In that moment, your dog feels safe, chosen, loved. To them, that look is sacred. Act 2. Touch that heals, not just pets. Love doesn't stop at eye contact, it moves through your hands. Most people think petting is just petting, a pat on the head, a quick scratch on the back. But here's something many owners don't know, and most dogs actually don't like being touched on top of the head. It blocks their vision, it feels controlling, and it can trigger stress without you realizing it. Instead, touch where dogs feel safest. Behind the ears, under the chin, across the chest in slow, steady circles. This kind of touch does something powerful. It lowers their heart rate, it calms their nervous system, it tells their body, you're safe now. You'll see it when they sigh, when their eyes close, when they lean their full weight into you. That's not random, that's trust. Take just 2 minutes every morning to do this. No phone, no rushing, no multitasking, just you and your dog. That simple ritual sets the emotional tone for their entire day. Act 3, feeding the mind, not just the body. Your dog isn't just a body that needs food and walks. They are a thinking, feeling being. And when their mind is ignored, sadness creeps in quietly. A bored dog doesn't always destroy things. Sometimes they just withdraw. Long naps, blank stares, low energy. That's not laziness, that's emotional hunger. Dogs crave purpose. Hide treats and let them search. Teach a new trick, not for obedience, but for joy. Use puzzle feeders to turn meals into challenges. When your dog figures something out, you'll see it in their eyes. Pride, excitement, confidence. 10 minutes a day is enough, because when you engage their mind, you're telling them, you matter. I see how smart you are. And now, we're about to reach the act that changes everything. The one most people get wrong, even loving owners. Act 4, the gift that changes everything, a presence. This is the one. The act of love that outweighs toys, treats, and even walks. Presence. Not being in the same room, not sitting nearby while scrolling, but actually being there. Dogs don't need you all day. They don't demand constant attention. What they need is a few moments of real connection. Here's something painful but true. Many dogs live with humans who are physically home, but emotionally absent. Phones glowing, TVs playing, laptops open, to a dog that feels like living with a ghost. So try this. Once a day, just 15 minutes. No phone, no talking, no agenda. Sit next to your dog or lie on the floor. Let the silence exist. Dogs feel energy more than action. When you're truly present, they feel it instantly. Their body relaxes, their breathing matches yours, their mind settles. That calm you feel, that's connection. And when you give them that, something beautiful happens. They start communicating more clearly. Which brings us to the next act of love. Act 5, listening to what they can't say. Dogs are always talking. Most humans just aren't listening. A slight ear flick, a lip lick, a step backward, an avoided gaze. Those aren't random movements. Those are sentences. They're saying, I'm unsure. I'm scared. Please don't push me. When dogs are misunderstood, they don't rebel, they shut down or explode later, barking, growling, destructive behavior. That's not bad behavior, that's bottled emotion finally bursting. The moment you learn to read your dog's body language, everything changes. You stop being a boss, you become a partner. Start watching closely. How do they react to strangers? Loud noises, fast movements? If they lean in, welcome them gently. If they step back, honor it. Listening doesn't require words, it requires respect. And when your dog realizes you understand their whispers, they stop needing to shout. Act 6, respecting their no. The power of consent. This one surprises many owners. Your dog doesn't always want to be touched or greeted or forced into social moments. And that's okay. Respecting their boundaries doesn't make you weak. It makes you safe. When you let your dog move away, when you don't force interactions, when you protect them from unwanted attention, you're telling them something powerful. Your feelings matter. Here's the magic part. When dogs know they're allowed to say no, they actually choose to come closer. Because trust grows where pressure disappears. A dog who feels respected becomes confident. A dog who feels safe becomes loyal on a deeper level. That trust can't be bought. It's earned quietly. And once it's there, your bond becomes unbreakable. We're only halfway through, and the next acts dive into walks, names, calm, and the moments that heal fear in ways most owners never consider. Act 7, the walk is an exercise. It's a world to you. A walk might feel like a task, something to squeeze in between responsibilities. To your dog, it's their entire universe. Every scent on the ground is a story. Every tree is a message board. Every blade of grass holds memories of who passed by before them. A dog's nose is their primary way of understanding life. So when we rush them, pull the leash, say come on over and over, it's like someone ripping a book out of your hands mid-sentence. This is why dogs pull. Not because they're disobedient, because they're curious. Try this instead. Slow down. Let them sniff longer. Let them choose the direction sometimes. Let the walk be about exploration, not distance. When you do that, you're saying something profound. Your pace matters. Your curiosity matters. We're in this together. Just a few extra minutes of sniffing can reduce anxiety more than a longer walk ever could. This isn't wasted time. It's emotional enrichment. Act 8, their name is an emotional bridge. Your dog's name is not a command. It's not just something you say when they're in trouble. Their name is identity. When you say it gently with no chill, with warmth, they'll say it lights something up inside them. Then that's me. I exist. They're thinking about me. Try calling your dog's name today without asking them to do anything. Just say it. Softly, lovingly. Say it when you come home. Whisper it before bed. Say it while sitting beside them. Watch their reaction. Ears lift, eyes soften, tail moves slowly. That's not training, that's connection. To your dog, hearing their name spoken with love is reassurance that they belong. Act 9. Becoming their calm in a loud world. The world can be terrifying for dogs. Thunder, fireworks, strangers, unexpected noises. When your dog shakes or barks from fear, they're not being dramatic. They're overwhelmed. And in those moments, your reaction becomes everything. Yelling doesn't teach courage. Scolding doesn't remove fear. What heals fear is calm. Sit with them. Lower yourself to the floor. Say their name slowly. Let your breathing slow. They'll match it. Dogs borrow emotional regulation from the humans they trust. When you stay calm, you become their anchor. And every time you choose love instead of frustration in those moments, you heal something deep inside them. You teach them, the world may be scary, Dia, but you're not alone. We're getting close to the acts that stay with people long after the video ends. Act 10. Floor time. Entering their world. There is a kind of love dogs understand without explanation. It's when you get down on the floor with them. Not to train, not to play, not to command, just to exist together. When you lie beside your dog, something shifts. You're no longer towering above them. You're no longer the authority. You're with them. To a dog, this is everything. It says, I choose your world. I trust you. I belong here too. Maybe it's after a long day watching TV together. Maybe it's a quiet morning, coffee in hand while they curl up close. These moments don't look important from the outside, but to your dog, they're sacred. That's when they relax enough to sleep deeply. That's when their guard drops. That's when love flows without words. Act 11, forgive instantly. Dogs live in now. Dogs don't hold grudges. They don't replay mistakes. They live entirely in the present moment. But humans, we struggle with that. A chewed shoe, an accident on the rug, a bark at the wrong time, anger lingers. Here's the painful truth. Holding on to frustration around a dog confuses them. They don't understand delayed resentment. To them, if you're angry minutes later, it feels random, unpredictable, scary. Correct behavior if needed, gently and clearly. Then let it go completely. Reset your energy. When your dog sees you move from correction back to warmth, they learn something essential. Mistakes don't end love. That lesson builds confidence, security, trust. And a dog who feels safe making mistakes becomes a dog who tries harder. Not out of fear, but love. Act 12. Give them a job. Purpose is happiness. Your dog was not built to exist passively. They were bred to think, to work, to solve problems. When dogs lack purpose, sadness creeps in quietly, restlessness, anxiety, destructive behavior. Not because they're bad, but because their mind is starving. Give them a job, hide treats, and let them search. Teach new tricks, use puzzle toys during meals. These aren't just games, they're confidence builders. When your dog succeeds, you'll see it. That spark in their eyes, that proud tail wag. They're thinking, I did it, I helped, I'm capable. Your dog wants to impress you. Let them. We're approaching the most emotional part of this entire script. The part viewers remember at night when their dog is asleep beside them. The promise, the vow, the moment every dog hopes for, but can never ask for. Act 13, be their voice in a loud world. The world is not built for dogs. It's loud, fast, overstimulating, sirens, fireworks, crowded sidewalks, unfamiliar hands reaching without asking. In these moments, your dog isn't looking for courage. They're looking for you. They're asking one silent question. Will you step in? Or am I on my own? Maybe it's another dog getting too close. Maybe it's a stranger petting too roughly. Maybe it's a situation that just feels wrong to them. When you step forward and when you create space and when you say, please give us room, you aren't being rude, you're being a protector. And to your dog, that is heroic. You're telling them, I see you're uncomfortable. I've got this. You don't have to handle it alone. This single act prevents fear from turning into reactivity. It prevents anxiety from becoming aggression. A dog who knows they're human will advocate for them, can finally relax. They don't need to be on guard because you are. Act 14, the final vow, staying until the end. And now we reach the hardest act of love, the one no one likes to talk about, but the one every dog hopes for. When the muzzle turns gray, when the walks get slower, when naps get longer and playtime gets shorter, your dog hopes you won't look away. They hope you won't leave them alone when things get scary. In their final moments, your dog won't be thinking about toys or treats or mistakes. They'll be looking for your face, your voice, your touch. Staying with them when it's time is the ultimate price of love. It breaks us, but it completes them. To your dog, being held, spoken to, and loved in their final breath means they were never alone. You're not even at the end. That moment fulfills the promise you made the day you brought them home. The promise of always, take a breath here. Because what comes next reframes everything. Act 15, the mirror. What your dog says when they look at you. Let me ask you something gently. When your dog looks at you, what do you think they see? They don't see your mistakes. They don't see the days you felt like you weren't enough. They don't see the stress you carry or the things you wish you could change. They see their world. To your dog, you are safety, routine, warmth. You're the one who makes the scary things survivable. They don't compare you to other humans. They don't wish for a different life. They wake up every day already convinced, this is my person. And that's why the smallest changes in how you show up change everything for them. A softer tone, a slower walk, an extra moment of presence. To you, it feels minor. To them, it's life-altering. Act 16, the quiet tragedy. Most owners never notice. Here's the part that hurts, but needs to be said. Most dogs don't stop loving their humans. They stop asking. When a dog realizes their signals are ignored, their needs rushed, their fears dismissed, they don't rebel, they retreat. Less eye contact, less excitement, more sleeping, less spark. People call it calming down, but sometimes it's resignation. And the heartbreaking part? Dogs will still wag their tails. They'll still be loyal. They'll still wait by the door, even when their emotional needs aren't fully met. That's how deep their love goes. But today, right now, you're changing that story because awareness brings choice, and choice brings connection. Act 17, the moment you walk through the door. You know this moment. The key turns in the lock, and before the door even opens, will you hear it? The nails on the floor, the breathy excitement, the barely contained joy. If you are your dog's person, this isn't a greeting. It's a full-body celebration. Spinning, zoomies, happy whining. That look like they can't believe you're real. This isn't bad manners, it's biology. When your dog sees you, their brain floods with oxytocin and dopamine. The same chemicals tied to love and attachment. To them, your return means the world is whole again, the pack is safe, life makes sense. They don't do this for everyone. They do this for you. Act 18, the waiting, love that exists. Even when you're gone, Now let's talk about what happens before you come home. Have you ever noticed your dog sitting by the door, watching the window, lying on the couch facing the driveway? They aren't guarding the house. They're waiting for their heart to come back. Dogs are incredible at pattern recognition. They know your schedule, sometimes better than you do, and there's something even deeper. Many experts believe dogs track time through scent fading. As your scent slowly disappears from the house, they know, soon my person returns. So they wait. Not sleeping, not distracted, waiting. That's not boredom, that's devotion. Act 19, the silent protector. Watch your dog when you're out together. A stranger approaches. Another dog gets too close. Does your dog subtly shift position, lean against your leg, place themselves between you and the world? That's not fear, that's protection. Dogs are natural guardians, but that instinct intensifies when it comes to their favorite human. They're constantly scanning, and if they sense even a hint of discomfort from you, they respond, not because you asked, because they chose you. Act 20, the check-in. Are we still together? This one is easy to miss. Your dog is off leash or on a long lead, sniffing, exploring, living their best life. And then they stop, turn around, look at you. Once they see you're still there, they continue. That glance isn't accidental. It's a check-in. They're saying, are you seeing this? Are we still connected? Good. Let's keep going. In the animal world, eye contact is risky. But with you, it's trust. It's a love loop. Act 21, gifts from the heart. And then there's the offering, a slobbery toy, a sock, a chewed-up treasure placed gently in your lap. It's easy to laugh or say, gross. But to your dog, this is sacred. In a pack, sharing resources means loyalty. By giving you something they love, they're saying, this makes me happy and I want you to have it. That's not play, that's love. Act 22, the Velcro shadow. Have you ever stood up to get a glass of water and heard nails clicking behind you? Bathroom, kitchen, laundry room, they're always there. That's not neediness. That's belonging. In the wild, packs move together. Separation means danger. So when your dog follows you from room to room, they're not invading your space. They're saying, where you are is where I feel safe. Your dog doesn't see your house as home. They see you as home. Act 23, the cuddle. Trust at its deepest level. Dogs don't sleep just anywhere. Sleep is vulnerability. When your dog curls up next to you, rests their head on you, or presses their body against yours, they are offering complete trust, back to back. Paw touching your foot, head on your leg, that's not comfort, that's safety. And then there's the lean. When your dog leans their full weight against you, that is a hug. They're literally saying, I trust you to hold me up. Cherish that heaviness. It's love made physical. Act 24, the gaze that says everything we've talked about, eye contact before. But this is different. This is the soft gaze, relaxed eyes, slow blinks, no tension. In the animal world, this kind of gaze is reserved for family. Science shows this exact moment releases oxytocin in both of you. It's a love loop. When your dog looks at you like this, don't look away, return it. Blink slowly. Tell them you love them. You're speaking directly to their soul. Act 25, the kiss. Licking as love dog kisses aren't random. They're ancient. Puppies are licked by their mothers for care, comfort, and bonding. When your dog licks you, they're grooming you. They're saying, you're mine. You belong. I care about you. And they can even taste your stress. And often those licks are their way of soothing you. It's intimate. It's intentional. It's reserved for their inner circle. Final reflection, you are their world. So now you know, dogs don't love loudly. They love consistently, quietly, patiently, forever. They don't ask for more than we can give. They just hope we notice. And if you've watched this far, your dog already won the lottery. Because love like this changes everything. Now I want you to do something special. Go to the comments right now and type your dog's name, just their name. Let's create a wall of love for the souls who make our lives better every single day. Then tell us, which one of these acts are you going to start doing today? If this video touched your heart, tap like so more dog lovers can find it. Subscribe to Loyal Dog Lover for videos that don't just teach you how to care for dogs, but how to truly love them. And share this with someone who loves their dog like family, because to the world, you may be just one person, but to your dog, you are everything.